Happy Wednesday, beautiful people. Welcome back to an all-new episode of Point of View. We've got a lot to catch up on with our guest co-host, Ree, back to the table. Hey, girl.
Hey.
Listen, I am stuttering, lisping, everything going on here. But coming up on today's show, NBA star Anthony Edwards has reached a paternity settlement with Ayesha Howard, or Little Miss Goldman on Instagram, as some of us know her. He has voluntarily given up all of his paternal rights. It's an interesting move, and we've got all the details. And for the first time ever, women over 40 are having more babies than teenagers. But why is this shift happening? We'll get into it later in the show, and we've got Girlfriend's Guide and Unpopular Opinion. You definitely don't want to miss this one. So pull up a seat, join the discussion. You're watching POV. So NBA star Anthony Edwards, with his cute little self, I don't like him though, has officially agreed to grant full custody and physical custody of his 5-month-old daughter, Aubrey Summers, to her mother, Ayesha Howard. This comes after a very public and contentious paternity dispute. According to Howard, she's been the sole caregiver since the baby's birth in October 2024, as expected. And she claims that Edwards distanced himself from the very moment he found out that she was pregnant. Maybe because he was in a relationship. But how do y'all feel about this?
He knew he was in a relationship, and she did too. My thing is this: if you know that you don't want a baby with someone, one, don't have sex with them. Two, use protection. How you get mad after somebody is pregnant because you impregnated them, and then you want, oh, I want you to kill the baby. Excuse me? That doesn't make sense. Absolutely not.
What maybe he thought they was just having fun.
Okay, well, joke's
I've
over.
never heard of Ayesha, but she is very pretty to be so stupid.
Oh, wow. Why do you think she's stupid?
Well, didn't you just say that I guess he was in a public relationship?
Oh, yeah.
And
Correct.
she knew that he was in a public relationship, and she
yeah.
still decided to lay down with him, have unprotected sex, and get pregnant, and have a baby.
You know what?
I think this is sad.
Well, like, where does the education come in?
I think this is sad. You know, I'm so tired of seeing people like do this. It seems like, you know, what do they say? He's 20-something years old,
I believe.
and he understands his monetary worth, but he doesn't understand his real worth. And that's what's really sad. And that's what we really should be concerned about, because these young men, these young people just don't understand, especially a man, a boy, a male, his real worth. Do you understand what you're carrying? Do you? If you really did, you wouldn't go here, just dropping it anywhere.
Yeah.
You have no respect, no dignity, no integrity, no value for yourself, and that's what's really sad. On the other end, why is she going around having babies with this one and that one, and then thinking that she should have money for it, which she should, because that baby deserved to be taken care of. How dare he? You take care of that baby. Do what you're supposed to do, since you didn't understand your value. You did, you wouldn't have done it in the first place. But how dare she too? You're laying down with this man knowing that, you know, this is what he does. He's a runaround, ran through. Well, I mean, why would anybody want this guy? You ran through.
Take
who
your time.
hasn't had you?
Take your time, Pastor.
I haven't had him.
My God.
I don't want him. Hey.
I know, well, no, because he ran through.
Yeah.
First of all.
But I agree with everything you said, though, for real.
Okay.
Both of them, he's been okay.
Yeah.
Keep it
Both
down,
of them
y'all.
really have to take accountability, because now you have an innocent little person who's here, and now the whole
That's
world
right.
know that your daddy did not
Don't
want
want you.
And it's a little girl.
It's a little girl.
Dare you.
And them girls need their father.
Yeah,
Young males, grow up. You
Yeah.
can't even be called a man yet. Young males.
Literally.
Grow up. Know who you are and know your true value.
Exactly.
Yeah, a lot of people are wondering if Anthony chose to settle this case in this way to kind of protect his career and his reputation to the public.
No.
But at the end of the day, I feel like this could be more damaging
Yeah.
than
Yes,
anything else.
because
Yeah.
you're literally throwing a child away that is here.
Yeah.
That little girl's going to grow
Like
up
she's
one day
nothing.
wondering where her father is, and then this will forever be in the media.
Yeah.
The internet never dies.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
She'll be 18 and they'll bring it back.
But you know what
Right.
the saddest thing is? You would think that he would get so many people bashing him, him, but it's really not that. Everybody's bashing Ayesha, and that's the crazy part.
Well, she was wrong though.
She was wrong.
She was wrong.
She was wrong.
They
But
both
it's
wrong.
Gold
But
digger this,
she
gold
was
digger that.
definitely wrong. She was.
Yeah.
Didn't they say that? Where did she move to? She moved to Cali.
To California because she thought she might get, well, it's allegedly
Oh, okay.
that
Excuse
she
me.
might get more money for the
child support.
because
But they denied it.
Yeah,
The
they
judge
sent it back to
denied it
Atlanta.
and sent it to. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that's right, and that's what she get. I know people that have done that in the past. You know, the old heads that thought they were smart. You know, they know how to beat the system back in the day.
Yeah.
Not Ayesha.
Yeah, because listen, I ain't gonna call no names. I'm just gonna be quiet, keep that one to myself. They say I'm always telling the story.
Yeah.
But it's just out of control, and we see this a lot with men who, you know, up front sometimes are telling the women once they're pregnant, hey, I don't want the baby, and then the woman decides to keep the baby,
Yeah.
and then the man in turn is expected to stay involved in the child's life. And so I have so many mixed feelings
Right.
about that type of situation, because yes, you did what it takes to make the baby, and now that is your responsibility.
Yes.
But you know, in a situation where you do verbalize to someone, hey, I really don't. I mean, at that point, it's too late. Though,
But he
right?
did it when it was too late.
Once she's pregnant, it's too late because you knew that you were having unprotected sex with this woman.
Yeah.
So at that point, you've already decided that if a baby comes, then I am to accept responsibility, even though I said I don't want a child with you.
And this is, people like take abortion these days as something light.
Very
You know what I'm
light.
saying? It's just like, oh, he don't want to just go have an abortion. It's not just go have an abortion.
Yeah.
You don't understand the toll that really take on some people. Like when you really, okay, you do it right now for emotions, but when years later, when you really sit and think about that, you just murdered a child.
Right.
I'm not talking about people who have did it. I'm not talking to you in a negative way. I'm just talking about the emotional trauma that comes behind it once you make these decisions that nobody thinks about. But they want everybody, hey, you need to go do this. You need to, I would have did. You don't know what you would have did.
Well, that's what's being said that, and I think that's like even politically, that was a stance that, you know, what was the Crips and the Bloods? Wait, no, the Democrats and Republicans. That's what they were standing on, was that,
You
know,
must be stopped. Yeah. Okay? You must be stopped.
I'm on one today. They told me to be loud today and get passionate. I'm just following directions, darling.
Listen, we didn't even have to tell you that, baby. You're gonna do it on your own. Don't put it on us, but we do appreciate your banter.
But wait, let me finish though. They say that, you know, people take it so lightly, that it's just taken lightly and it's like a casual thing, and it's really not. That's it. That's all I gotta say.
Okay. Well, thank you for clarifying that for us. We appreciate you, Raquel. But okay, so here's another headline that we did not see coming. For the first time ever in the U.S., women over 40 are having more babies than teenagers. According to the National Center for Health Statistics, in 2023, women 40 plus made up 4.1% of births, while teens dropped to 4%. Now, I am a little bit appalled that they're even trying to say that the number is big, because y'all could have just miscounted. It's only a 0.1%.
Well, it's statistics, so I really wouldn't count it.
Exactly.
Right.
But experts say that this is due to better access to fertility treatments and more financial stability and changing views when it comes to starting a family. How do you guys feel about this rise? And it kind of ties into the segment that we just talked about with Ayesha Howard and, you know, Drea and a lot of people that they're not 40 yet, but I mean, they're knocking on 40's door and they're just having babies.
But it's crazy though, because like now I'm thinking about it, I haven't really seen any young teenagers pregnant right now. And that is, that's a great thing. That's really great. I haven't seen that lately. So kudos to you guys. And also, I believe that 40-year-olds are more getting pregnant now because it's like it says, more stability. People are starting to get serious around that age.
They've worked on
you
their
know,
careers.
they're working on their careers.
Right.
I'm 33, no kids, so it's looking like 40 for me. No, 40 for me too,
No,
baby.
we
I don't
planning
know.
34, baby.
34.
Pregnant at 34. Yeah, but how do we think society's view on timing for starting a family, you know, is evolving in recent years?
Well, I know in Los Angeles, when I lived there, you know, I would always be so surprised because you see like people almost 60 with little kids. And you're thinking, wow, you know, wow, you've waited.
Well, Jocelyn said the grandma the baby.
What?
Yeah.
The grandma's the
The grandma the baby.
And they waited a long time, but I think that's due to, you know, you want your career to be a certain place. You want to be financially stable, like they said, stability. And you've spent that time doing whatever you're doing in your 20s and 30s. And by this time, you're starting to realize maybe your clock is ticking.
Oh,
And
Lord.
you better get to it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it.
Don't say
So
that.
I think that's what happens.
A lot of people think that
Clocks do tick.
I
Yes,
gotta show
they
you.
do.
I gotta show you the grandma the baby thing after the show. But, listen, but a lot of people are thinking that this could, be coming from teens being more focused on education and they're career driven. Do we think that? Are they like
think that.
and the education now is
I don't know,
TikTok
like-
University?
Yeah,
so
I don't
is
know
it
if it's
because they don't want the
actual
baby in the
education.
content?
Yeah, I don't know. Shut up, Tally. I don't know if it's actual education, like as far as like college and like technical schools and things like that. But I do think that a lot of teens and like younger adults are definitely career driven right now. Like everybody is chasing a bag. Everybody's trying to be successful. And I honestly think that that's the route to go. Like make sure you're stable.
They changed the Bible
And
and
make
the
sure
back,
you're
yes.
stable and make sure you have your coins in order because the Bible is not going to pay for anything.
There she
Oh
goes.
Lord Jesus, that is not true. The Bible says, "Seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all these things will be added unto
And
you." It
God
don't say
gives
get
you the
bag
power
first.
to get wealth.
And thank you,
The
God.
Bible
That's
is
it
not
right there.
going to pay for anything.
Yeah, if you know your word, not these how they skimming through it, baby. But if you go through that thing right and you apply them principles and basic instructions before leaving Earth, the Bible will pay for it.
But I'm seeing a lot of young nurses though. So kudos to you young women who's going to be a
We're
nurse.
gonna need them with all
Yeah.
these fake vaccines.
And the lady doctors. So
Yes.
doctors too.
Yes,
Thank
so
you.
I see
and
y'all.
attorneys.
Hopefully they're not
thank
led by
you.
Chat GPT.
Lord,
Lord have
They
mercy.
might be these days.
Y'all keep going, please.
yeah, we're gonna be out here having to validate these credentials in a minute.
No, for real.
But we have to take a quick commercial break. Coming up right after this, we have Girlfriend's Guide and Unpopular Opinion. So stay tuned when you're watching POV.
What's happening, y'all? It is hump day.
It's Hannah Nan.
And I got a question. So what is the most, Tally, you cannot go first. What is the most outrageous rumor you have ever heard about yourself? Can I go first?
I'm going first.
No, you're not. I'm going first. The most, well, okay, this is actually very,
Make it quick.
very recent. The most outrageous rumor I've ever heard about myself as of recent, because I can't think of anything else right now, was that I am sleeping with somebody at my job.
Ooh, this job?
This job.
Lord
Oh,
mercy.
People gotta, y'all
Well, I
gotta
would-
stop
listen,
that.
I learn something
Let
new
me
about
know who
myself
it is.
every day.
Let me know who it is. But
Now that you know who it is, it ain't
they're in my
nobody.
ear saying it's not them. This is so funny. One of the most outrageous rumors I ever heard about myself was someone was telling people in the city that I was a scammer, and I'm like, baby, if I was a scammer, do you think you would ever see me repeating an outfit, baby? A scammer?
Not a
Like y'all,
scammer.
but I don't know what they think scamming look like, baby, but it don't look like this vest y'all done seen 4 times.
Oh,
Shut
my
up.
God.
Quickly, somebody
That people
else.
have said that they think that when they see me that I am stuck up, I'm not approachable. Oh, you don't even know. I am so down to earth and approachable, baby.
Look at her. Approachable.
You know what's crazy? I didn't hear so much. It's just crazy, but whatever. But one that stood out to me lately was somebody said they thought I was ghetto bougie, right? And so first I was like, what? Like, why would you think I'm so nice with it? I'm like, well.
Well, we would love to hear the rest of that. But if y'all have an outrageous rumor that somebody has said about you, drop it down in our comments. We got to get back to the show.
Welcome back to the show. I just wanted to say for our viewers at home, I know if some of you guys watch us on cable TV, have your phone to the side and watch us on social media too, because y'all be missing out
Please.
on the action on our live commercials on
Okay.
social media. We be having the time, okay? But we appreciate you guys hanging out with us. And now it's time for one of our favorite parts of the show. We're diving into love, life, relationships, and everything in between. Let's get into Girlfriend's Guide. All right, y'all. So the girls are back outside, but not for the husbands.
Ooh.
A record-breaking 51% of women ages 18 to 40 in the United States were single in 2023. That's a record-breaking 51%. Up from 42% back in 2000. And it's not because they can't find love. It's because many are choosing themselves, not me.
Say it again.
Well, women are securing the bag, leveling up, and not settling for less, except for the husband, because that's a little less if you ask me.
Ooh.
But it looks like pressure to get married is just not hitting them at the same time. How do y'all feel about this, Junior? We already know where you at, baby.
Where am I at?
You ain't worried about a husband, baby. Chase the bag by yourself, because I guess you think one income is better than two.
I have been single for coming up on 10 years, and it is absolutely by choice. I could be with somebody, but it's just like the time that we're in right now, I don't feel like people are genuine. I don't feel like people really know what they actually want. You know, like, so for me, like, a relationship is not a priority. Like, I don't need to attach myself to anybody to be successful, to have a good life, like, to make a child. You know, like, I don't need to do that in this day and age. So I'm not gonna just settle for anything.
Yeah.
Well, I think after watching our first one, what's the boy name again?
Anthony.
I mean, you know, some of them be like 60, 65, 45, 35, still doing the same things, ran through, doing whatever they do.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, who wants that? I mean, I think women at this point, like, they're making
We're
their
tired.
own. Yeah, they're tired of the Anthony's whatever. So, you know, they're tired at any age, you know, and I think that's the case. And
People
they're
just
doing
don't
their
be
own.
worth it. I'm so sorry. Like, people just don't be worth the drama, worth the headache, worth any of it.
If you're worth it, you're not even coming with no drama.
But you know what? I have to weigh in on this now.
Weigh in.
Because I know quite a few young ladies, women, girls, all of that. And as much as I feel like, you know, there are so many women that try to claim this single thing, no pun intended, Junie, but it's like, they always be saying they be single for so long when really you've been in a million relationships and the men just never wanted to make it solid. So now you say, oh, I've been single. But it really don't be by choice. Like I know so many people that, you know, and I don't know if it's the, you know, the climate that we're living in with these men just wanting to date and have fun. They're stringing you along and they say, we're still getting to know each other and it's 5 and 10 years and you're still on that train. Yeah. We know if we're being honest that something like that at some point has kind of happened to us. Yeah. So I just don't want people to act like it's just always by choice. Like if we're being real, it's not 100% by choice.
Yeah.
No, for me, it is 100% by choice.
Okay.
I am single 100% by choice. I could go be in a relationship with somebody right now.
No, I believe that because people probably think they're in a relationship with you.
No.
No?
No. No one thinks that they're in a relationship.
I want a husband, but that's my thing that I like to say. I don't know you that well yet. That's what I like.
Yeah, child, I still believe in love, even though that little love that I thought, you know, it wasn't love, but I still believe in love. But it's like, it's really hard, especially with social media. If you have a following on social media, it is so hard because you never know who like is real. Or say they will look at your social media and then already assume that you got so many boys. When you don't.
Right.
Just off of your social media. It's just like, what? They judge you before they even know you. I was downtown this weekend and a boy come up to me and he like, oh, it just looked like a man got to come with Chanel to talk to you. And I said, no, I don't own no Chanel. I said, I have on a Coach purse. Yeah. I said, you're misjudging.
You don't even need to be talking to you.
Yeah, you don't need to be talking
like that. Coaching you like
and
that.
Then I was on TikTok.
He's already full of drama.
Exactly. I was on TikTok live the other day and I'm just looking, I'm on live just like this. Somebody wrote on there and say, it looked like she's spoiled and hard to please. What? How can you say that?
Well, because you don't want to like be trying to rub to
because I'm not what do you want? But no, I'm not even saying nothing on the live. So it's like what?
How do you get that?
If you well put together, I look like I'm spoiled and hard to please. I'm sorry. I know how to do my hair. I know how to do my makeup. Like
man.
It's but it's so many men like that. They judge you just if you have yourself together.
And they'll start out seeming
they're judging you broke down and dirty too. So
it's like you can't win.
They'll start out seeming secure. And 3 months, 6 months into it, they turn into these pathetic, little things that are like, oh, I'm so insecure. Oh, you're going to leave me. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to leave you first. I can't do it. I don't know. They're crazy.
Weird. It's really weird.
And they say women crazy. No, I think the men have just decided they're going to take that role.
I think that with seeing this rising number of women choosing to stay single and choosing themselves, how do we feel like that plays into the record high number of women being single? Do we feel like that is like
What do you
wildly
mean? Like, are we saying that it's like it's unnatural? Like it's not
No,
okay?
are we saying that the decision to choose themselves is contributing to the fact that women are single?
Absolutely, because I feel like
wanna know
women,
yourself.
women, honestly, like women really have like the same choices that men have. Like they could go out here, they could get a man, just like a man could go out here and get a woman. You know, like we all have the same choices, but a woman choosing herself speaks volumes over her just laying up with anybody or settling for this man over here because he got money, but he gonna cheat on her so many times. You know what I'm saying? Or settling for this man over here who don't got no money, but it's still gonna cheat too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what I wonder though, is with women being single, are they, also being celibate? Because then if not, what I feel like happens so often and it's so dangerous is when you're single, but you're still sexual, that opens
who
yourself
business
up.
is that, Tally? That ain't your business.
It's my business because these people around here, when you messing with somebody and you're single, then they sleep with somebody else because they're single and there's no obligation. That's why HIV is prevalent.
That's the risk you take though when you give your body to somebody and y'all not married.
And we should
that's the risk
be
you take.
mindful.
That's the risk you take.
All
And
right,
we should be mindful not to do that.
Yeah, we should be mindful, but we can't control people. People are gonna do what they want to do, whether you're a man or a woman. You're gonna do what you want to do.
Yes.
Just some women, if y'all looking, I just have some advice for you. So if you're single, right, whatever. I know that you feel like you want to sleep with somebody here and there, cool. But understand what comes with sex for real. All these emotions come, all that stuff, all that extra baggage, all that comes. You don't want to do that because years down the line, all these people will be attached to you, and you don't want them. Some of the men even attached to you. They don't even deserve your womb. Do not give them that. Some of them is not worth it. And then letting them in you and all that, like,
no, Lord.
don't do it.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
That's right.
I'm telling you, it's not worth it. And
You don't want to be ran through like these men.
Yeah, you don't
I mean, we trying to find men that's not
Please,
ran
y'all,
through.
don't be ran through. Please, save yourself, save your soul.
Save yourself.
It's true.
Y'all are on one tonight, honey. Let's pivot into our final segment of the day. We have an interesting story for unpopular opinion. All right, y'all. So this story is a little bit heavy, but it's exactly the kind of conversation that belongs in unpopular opinion. A Ghanaian pastor in Texas is making headlines after being arrested for allegedly stabbing his wife over 40 times on their wedding night after discovering that she was transgender.
Wait, what?
Take me home.
Look, she looks like a woman too.
Oh,
She is a woman. She's a transgender woman.
but
Yes.
She's a transgender woman.
Yes.
I would love to hear everyone's opinion.
okay, I will start first. If y'all,
Please go ahead.
okay, you can be transgender woman. No offense and all that. At the end of the day, you know that you were born a man. If you were going to marry somebody or deal with somebody, you should at least give them the choice of if they want to deal with that. You don't just tell them after they done locked you down and married you. Oh, I'm sorry, I was really born a man. Unacceptable.
I could only imagine. This is so disheartening because this man is a pastor, whether he's righteous or not. This is how he's
like
chosen
he
to live his
waited.
life. He's a pastor and had decided to wait until marriage.
Oh, my
and somebody
God, bro.
playing around with sacred vows, like I'm waiting to consummate this thing before God, and you pull a penis out, baby, you got to go. And I don't mean like that because you can't kill nobody.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, oh Jesus,
Like I
Lord.
could see how people rest in peace to if she died.
No,
Like,
it's fatal.
Stab her to death. She's
okay,
gone.
so
I thought they said fatal.
sorry for like to the family and stuff like that, but
Maybe that's-
you don't know what you would do in a situation like that. Like that is like what? That can make you lose your mind.
Yeah, I don't want nobody lying to me.
I think he did snap.
He snapped.
I absolutely think that he snapped when he found out that the woman was transgender. I do agree with y'all. I do feel like, when transgender female or
Anybody.
males are getting into, you know, a relationship, a serious commitment, they should absolutely disclose that and give the person a choice.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, as far as this pastor going as far as to stabbing and killing this person, like stabbing someone is premeditated. You thought about this before you did it. While it can be seen as he, you know, could plead, you know, like
Be in a fit of rage.
like or like mental insanity or something like that, whatever it's called, like he still premeditated on stabbing this woman. Like I
But you know, it
understand
can
the
happen
upsetment,
so fast. It
but
could really happen so
I
fast.
understand the being upset and the rage, but also you could have just filed for divorce. You could have figured it out. It could have been just a wow, okay, this is too much for me. You know, this is not what I signed up for, and go on, because you're also supposed to be this person who's supposed to be preaching the word to people. You're supposed to be some sort of example, and I don't feel like his actions reflected his title.
Yeah,
I get what you're
definitely
saying.
agree.
But he could have felt on a spiritual level like the devil just played in his face.
Yeah, he could have felt like but I don't know, because God let him go through it that he might not have been. Listen, I ain't judging nobody walk. But that's a wrap for today's show. We're going to leave you with the quote of the day. Don't wait for others to be happy. Be happy for you. Create your own happiness. That is Alice Walker. Thank you guys for tuning in. Catch us here tomorrow night only on Afro TV.